your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us, 'cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Welcome down to the Rough Cut Golf podcast, where we are going to be talking about our week in golf. So thank you for staying with us, especially as the universe inevitably triggers towards its destruction thanks to the second law of thermodynamics. So we've just come back from Egypt, where we're going to be talking about my first ever tour event. We're going to be talking about world ranking points in an abstract and very direct way, and also LIV Roman numerals 54 changing to a 72-hole tournament, which doesn't make any sense. But first, just want to say a massive thank you to the sponsors of this episode and the Rough Cut Golf podcast at NordVPN. Now, if you haven't already downloaded a VPN, I don't really know what to say. Get in with the cool kids, because you need the protection online, and you need NordVPN for all the following reasons. Mick?
Reason number one, it's extremely affordable. Reason number two, it enables you to kind of trick your computer into thinking that you're somewhere where you're not. Reasons why that's useful: you could access some reduced prices on items you are purchasing from another country by just telling yourself you're in fact in that country. You could access streaming and live TV services in another country by just telling it you're actually in that country. And you can do all of this extremely safely, because you get your peace of mind there. You don't have to worry about anyone stealing your information. You don't have to worry about anyone dodging your credit card details off you and buying loads of things on your account.
And more importantly, you can get this with the deal. Jacob, what's the deal?
The deal is a very good one, Pete. It is, if you buy a 2-year plan, you get an additional 4 months for free. I mean, come on.
What can you do in 4 months?
I could do a lot in 4 months. I'll get my handicap down to single figures in 4 months, I reckon.
Unlike that statement, the deal is actually a realistic thing that you can get access to at nordvpn.com/roughcut. And NordVPN have been a really good supporter of this podcast. So if you're watching this on YouTube, get down to the description, click the link, get them as your VPN of choice if you haven't got one already. And if you have got one and you're not happy with the service, then please switch to
just switch. Even if you've got one, get NordVPN instead. It's way better.
Hey, it's great. Supports them, supports us, supports everybody. Supports yourself as well. Cool. Yeah. Right, on to the podcast.
Yeah. People have been supporting you recently.
Oh, wow. Good.
Because you've been playing some professional golf.
I have, which, I've been playing pretty consistently throughout the year as well, but this was a different.
This was a cut above.
This was a different environment. So last week.
Yes.
Last week.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It feels like a long time ago.
Honestly. At some point during this podcast, I'm literally going to run head first into a wall.
I feel like you just kind of did, like with the intro.
My brain is just, it's operating at like 60%. And I can feel, it's like an out-of-body experience. I'm like watching my brain work at a slow speed.
Okay.
To the point now where I'm struggling to speak. Mm-hmm. So we're in Egypt.
What were you doing?
Which is in North Africa, and the Middle East, which I didn't realize before.
Yeah.
It's in a weird kind of location. We were in Cairo, and we were there for the Asian Development Tour. So this is a tour event, 4-round event, well, if I made the cut, and it's the tier 2 of the Asian Tour. So you've got like PJ Tour, Corn Ferry Tour, you've got DP World Tour, European Tour, Challenge Tour, and you've got Asian Tour, Asian Development Tour. So it was in that bracket, and we played at Madanati Golf Course. The whole point of this, the whole goal, the whole dream, the whole vision was to make the cut, and we did that. We managed to get through.
You made the cut in a way which I would have preferred it for you to just, shoot like 6 or 7 under, and then we don't have to panic and we don't have to worry. But there was drama all the way through the first 2 rounds, meaning that we were sat there biting our nails thinking, please, 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 please.
Yeah, I was not biting my nails. I was clenching my butt cheeks together.
Good Lord.
In a highly aggressive manner. My glutes are like iron.
Do you think you ate something? Tell us like.
So the whole trip was incredible, but there was like there was problems like every day. It was like there was something to overcome. It was like a little mini battle every day.
Okay.
You know, I was very much going out there and seizing the moment. I was carpe dieming all over Cairo. The first
that could be the euphemism for what you were doing, I think. But
the first day we got there, first the bag, our luggage didn't arrive. Massive thank you to Lufthansa.
For that. Shout out.
I say this a lot, but literally other airlines are available. What annoyed me the most about it with this is Lufthansa, when they lose a bag, the actual tracking of the bag is detailed enough that you know it's not arrived, but it doesn't really answer any other questions.
Right.
And also they made it like a totally automated system, so there's not a human that you can speak to.
Oh, God, I hate that.
Which I understand from a perspective of the people who will phone up that line and they'll be asking all the same questions, and probably the person on the other end of the line won't be able to give them any more information.
Yeah.
But it's also a case of being like, it's kind of like, we've this is our problem. We've not got this bag, but we're not actually going to talk to you about it because we don't want this issue.
Right.
So it felt a bit rough. Anyway, sorry. There's a lot of stuff to get off my chest today and out of my arse. So
Lord, this is the off the chest podcast.
The bag didn't arrive. My golf clubs did, so that was lucky.
That's good. So practice rounds were played, and you didn't wear any clothes. Like, what happened?
So you
took Carly with you. You took Sam with you.
Took Carly, took Sam. So this is Carly's like first work trip in ages, because she was. It's kind of one of those things where we've always, as a couple, we've always wanted to go to Egypt. We've never been to Egypt.
Right.
And we both love kind of like history.
Egyptology
is kind of like the place to be.
Yeah.
It's probably the best one to go to.
So we're like...
Of all the places to see Egypt.
We're like, we're going to go. But I got like, before we went, Carly was caddying. So like we went shopping, got all these little golf outfits. So she was really excited.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Then we get over there. Dad doesn't arrive. So I'm like, fine. So get to the golf course and we're filming, because we're there on sponsor's invite. When you get a sponsor's invite, depending on the player who you are, so some sponsors invites into events, like I know Ricky Fowler, for example, last year got quite a bit of, what's the word? Not criticism, strong word, but he got a lot of sponsors invites last year into PGA Tour events. That's because he's a recognized player, recognized name. If he's playing an event, the event has a more of an elevated presence.
There'll be people who will come to watch the event and watch it on TV because he's playing.
Exactly. But when he gets a sponsored invite, it's just a tour event. He just goes and turns up. When we get invited to events like this, and there may be more in the pipeline, the idea is that we are there to film and to create content which will then benefit the event. So as soon as we landed, it was like bang, straight into filming, straight into all these kind of media requirements, best way of describing it.
Yeah.
And obviously I didn't have any of my like Johnny O gear. So straight away it's like, oh, for God's sake, so I'm gonna have to try and find something. Fortunately, the pro shop there it was like a local brand. Oh God, what did it begin with? It began with H. And it was an Egyptian kind of brand, pretty plain clothes, no real logo, so it was fine. And it was
Draw a man with a surfer on it.
Yeah, it was perfectly good. So kind of got that, wore that. But Lufthansa again, or Warren Airline. And this is the thing. Like, I mean, in a relatively good position where I could probably expense quite a few things on this trip anyway. But they'll only refund 50% of clothing purchases, because in their mind they're like, oh, you're going to go on to wear these things. It's not a disposable purchase like like cosmetics, like deodorant, stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's just a way to be cheap. So, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to play this game. So I only got like a couple of tops, a couple of pairs of socks, and busy day filming. And I just got back and I just had a shower like in my clothing. Then took my clothing off in the shower, put it in the bottom, then did all shampoo and shower gel, so that all kind of soaked in.
Yeah, like a proxy wash.
And then it had like one of those clotheslines in the shower that you could dry your stuff on. The Radisson Blue and Heliopolis. So I did that because I was determined. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm not playing their game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to do this on my own terms.
You've already got my bag. You're not also getting my money.
Yeah.
this picture of Pete fully clothed in the shower, like, I've got you.
Just laughing.
You thought you had me, but look at me now.
It it just really annoyed me. I think for context as well, like I'm at the end of like a point in the year now where I've been traveling constantly all year, but it feels like this little patch. I've just been away for months, like 3-4 months, pretty much consistently.
Yeah,
and I just reached the point where I'm like, you know what? I've just had enough. I've just had enough. And this was one of the problems. I was like, you know what? It's just annoyed me way more than it should do.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was showering in my clothing. And then on the second day when we were playing, we're doing some filming again with some local comedians. We're really good. They're doing a version of like the Traitors.
Okay.
And they're in this version
Amazing.
of the Traitors. Anyway, playing that. But halfway through the round, I'm like, it's the Pro-Am. About halfway through the round, I'm like, I have a few drinks of water. I'm like, stomach starts like cramping. So I'm like, oh, that's not great. Anyway, it kind of carries on throughout the round, and then there's an opening ceremony that night, and the food was unreal, but I'm trying to eat it, and I'm like, oh man, this. As soon as it hits my stomach, it's like it feels like it's gripping onto each section of food, and like trying to squeeze it to death internally. Yep. And I'm like, this ain't good. But I'm sat at this table, all these cameras on, trying to like literally
clench the pain of it. Like.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh my god, this is awful. Anyway, so that starts the comp's the next day, but that starts. I'm fine like today, and I was all right kind of yesterday, but it was like literally a week of 7 days of just not being able to retain food, shall we say?
Gastrointestinal stress.
Yeah, not being sick, like I wasn't physically ill. It was just more like as soon as anything hit my stomach, I was like, man, this is.
Your body was like, nope.
It's just we're not having this.
Okay.
This isn't welcome here.
So when you're going into your first professional tour start, let's think of the things you don't want to happen.
Yeah.
I don't want all of the clothes I had planned to wear for the entire event not to arrive and to have to wear something completely alien. And I also don't want to have to think about clenching my arse the entire 72-hole tournament.
There's a couple of times where I'm sure you're exerting quite a bit of power that, control over certain body functions aren't so capable.
In the mornings, I made relatively sure that I was an empty vessel.
Yeah, probably for the best.
I was practically mummifying myself every morning. Yeah. And then throughout the rounds,
yeah.
Throughout the rounds, it was literally just sipping water. So I just took like a swig of water every hole. Yeah. It was hot, and that managed to get me through the comp rounds. And then I just tried to eat in the evening to limited success. So during the whole comp, I was just running on fumes. But in some ways, what I try to do is the whole new mental attitude this year. I try to use it as a positive. I was like, I'm going to be hungry. I know that. I'm going to be tired. I know that. So I won't get too emotional. I'll just try and keep on a pretty level kind of plane because I know this is what I'm going to be feeling like. Yeah. So it probably didn't do me any favors, but also I tried to use it to my advantage. And by the end of that second day, I knew after the first day, I shot 2 over. I knew because of the position I was in, I was like 50 something. I knew if I shot under par,
59.
I knew going under par would give me a chance of making the cut. It was like top 50 and ties.
Yeah.
Or top 50. So I was like, right, okay, so played okay, and then I had a double bogey on the 16th, but we played the back 9 first.
Correct.
So my 7th. And it really annoyed me.
Yeah. My computer started to panic a little bit because it thought that I was overusing the bleep sound too much.
Oh yeah.
It was like, are you sure? You want to click paste again?
Yeah.
I was like, he is not happy with that chip, or with that chip, or with that putt, or with that putt.
I was running relatively hot at this point, but I managed to bring myself down, literally birdied in the next 2 holes to kind of cancel out, and then managed to have a really good back 9. But my short game the second round was unreal,
ridiculous.
We got a video coming out yesterday.
It's out, which is why you can talk about rounds 1 and 2 without any stress because it's already out.
So we did some videos with Scott Stallings. Oh, I mean the Scott Stallings video.
Yeah. We've got another week until that.
I was so confused.
So
we had a big session yesterday where we moved all of the videos. So I have no idea.
Yeah, Scott's tomorrow.
Scott's tomorrow.
I had a
Yesterday.
You don't even know. He did it and he doesn't know.
I had a lesson with Scott Stallings, and he gave me some advice on chipping out of rough, Bermuda rough specifically. But the rough in Egypt, it wasn't Bermuda, and the ball kind of, it wasn't thick, but the ball sat on top of the rough every time. So it was one of those where you couldn't really open up and hit down because you just go straight underneath it. But I used the tactic of like opening up the face, putting in the back foot, and just like cutting across myself. I was hitting some unreal chips. It felt so good. And managed to shoot one under. Managed to make the cut by one. So it was like, wow.
Yeah, you were on the
You made
number.
it on the number, yeah.
Yeah, on the number, yeah.
It was really annoying because like, when we'd finished, there was effectively one group out there, and there was two, I think all three of them actually were around the cut number.
Yep.
And if one of them would have gone under par, it would have knocked pretty much everyone out on my number out.
So say we were watching. There was like I won't say dodgy live stream. It wasn't dodgy, but it was a live stream of the event, which I don't know if you knew that was happening or not. I mean, you maybe have seen the cameras, but it was for like On Sport or something, and it was on. We found the website for it, so we were watching.
We used NordVPN to tell it we were in Egypt.
We did.
Yeah.
So we were watching a few bits of it, and then obviously by the end we didn't really get to see much. So it was just basically on when the refresh of the leaderboard came. And it said live scoring, but the live scoring was basically updating sort of in a three-hole block.
3 holes, yeah.
So we would sort of get to a point where we'd have to sit there for like an hour and wait and see what happens. And I remember when you say you were sat on the number, and I think for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, you were about 46th, 45th and looking pretty comfortable. And I think we'd almost shut the leaderboards down because we thought,
oh, cool, he did it.
It's done.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned there, so there was, I think it was 2 final groups, and there was 2 guys near you, there were 2 guys at the top, and then one sort of cushioned in the middle. And I was working it out, and I think if any of them made a birdie, because it would have shifted the numbers if they moved up and down the leaderboards, it would have pushed the 50 to 51st.
Yeah.
So any one of that remaining 6 making a birdie did it. And obviously some did, but some also made bogeys, and it just cancelled out perfectly to get it in.
Yeah, there was one guy who made a birdie, and we all panicked. And then the next time it updated, he had also made a bogey.
Yeah,
so we were like,
flipped.
Oh no, that was such a roller coaster.
I just like you do realise you don't have to make the cut on the number, because this is now the second time that you've done this. It's all for content.
I don't know another way.
It's all for content.
I don't know another way. Listen, I'm not yet at the point where I'm going to be like deep into the top half of the leaderboard in tour event yet. Not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been much worse than it was. It could have been a car crash.
Oh well, yeah, it could have been.
Good. Yeah, very good.
I've never been anywhere quite like Cairo. First of all, I didn't realize how big it was. Like Cairo,
It's a major city.
Yeah. Oh no. It's no. So no, Mick.
It's not.
You weren't there. All right.
You don't know, man.
You don't understand. It was like, it was a big city, but in my head with Egypt, and I think many people when they think of, probably if they're not from the UK, think of UK cities. You know, you would think of a site in London, for example. You'd think of Buckingham Palace, you'd think of a few other sites, and you'd be like, well, that's it. And then there's a bit around it, without thinking, oh, there's like, 10 million people here.
Yeah.
And Cairo was the same. I think it's like 12 million. I think there's 100 million people in Egypt, and I think literally just over 10% of them are in Cairo.
Wow.
Good Lord.
And the whole city it's just alive. It's just, there's just people everywhere. It's non-stop. There's movement. There's just lights. It's just an assault on the senses. But when you get on the roads, oh my God, it is an absolute free-for-all. That is the only way I can describe it. So imagine you're driving. Imagine all the things you do when you're driving. Imagine all the rules that like you're taught to follow.
Yeah, 10 to 2, yeah.
Take all those rules, burn them.
Cool. Driving with my feet.
Put yourself in a car which looks like it's been rolled down a hill because it's been hit so many times.
Yeah, I'm in Kieran's car.
And then you're in Cairo. That's Kieran's car will fit right in.
There's the clip.
It was just madness. But the thing is, they constantly honk but it's not to.
It's not like get out of the way.
It's not anger. It's just letting people know where they are.
Oh,
Is there no like road markings or anything like? Is it one of them where just you?
There are.
Oh, but they just don't.
completely ignored.
Okay, yeah.
Like driving down the motorway, you're driving down like to get to the golf club and back. It's like a 4-lane motorway.
Amazing.
But you've got like 8 cars abreast because
Yeah.
the lines don't exist. It's whatever. It's like, I'll see a gap, I'll go there. But it's one of those things where it kind of just works.
because everyone's doing it. It makes sense.
Organized chaos.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
So like when you're driving around, when you go into the main sites, it's kind of fine, but it's just chaos. Like you get used to it at the end of the week, but my brain was frazzled because like you're driving in the taxis, they obviously know what they're doing, but you're like, oh my god, this is way too close for like comfort.
Yeah, you have to kind of dissociate and just be like, this guy drives this road every single day. He must know how to do this safely.
Yeah.
So I'll just sit here, clench my bum, and continue to go about my day.
Well, we got
Clenching his bum anyway.
like, in my head after like 3 or 4 days. I can't remember when this happened, but after about 3 or 4 days, I was like, well, maybe there just aren't any crashes. Maybe just everybody. Maybe this just works. Maybe this is the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like we heard a story over there that they got a couple of transport experts in from Japan who stayed for like 2 years, and after 2 years they left and just said, "Don't change anything because you're not going to be able to."
Yeah.
And this just seems to work.
Yeah.
So just carry on. And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe this just works." And as I was thinking that, we were involved in a 4-car pile-up.
Love it.
Shouldn't laugh because it's like quite scary. But
Which was just, we're just driving down this road and the car in front just slams on, and because everyone drives so close together, if you're in an incident like that, it's almost impossible to kind of avoid.
Mm-hmm.
But also the speeds that you go at, generally, they're not going to be enough to be, you're not
Right.
going to really get injured. This was about maybe 30 miles an hour, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So car in front slammed on. Our taxi went into the back of him, and then, as you would expect, a couple of seconds later, someone comes into the back of us, then someone goes into the back of him. So it's like a 4-car lobster pile-up. So everybody gets out of the car. Like, bear in mind, this is in the middle of like a 4-lane freeway, but it's in the middle of the city, so it's moving pretty slow. Everyone's out of the cars. Everyone from the pavement comes over.
Oh yeah.
So everyone's just shouting.
I saw it.
Everybody is just yelling at each other, and I think it's a reaction where, I mean, I don't speak Arabic, but it was very much in that moment I could understand what everyone was saying.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying, it's your fault,
Yeah.
it's your fault, no, it's your fault. So everyone just pointing the finger at everybody else, so nobody actually got the blame.
Yeah, you slammed on, but you were too close to
It's
me,
your
and you
fault,
were
your
going
fault,
too
your fault,
quickly.
your
He pulled out. Yeah.
So after about 5 minutes, everyone yelling at each other, everyone's like, okay, so it's probably everyone's fault. And I'm like, so we get out of the taxi at this point, we're just like staring around. We want to get into the middle of Cairo because we want to see the sunset over the Nile, obviously, like you do. So we're like, this guy's like, can you stay and be witnesses? And Carly's like, no.
We want nothing to do with
It's
this.
like, nah, we're out of here.
We're busy.
What taxi? We weren't in a taxi.
We're out of here. So like we just say, sorry, we're off. So we jump on the pavement, around the corner, get another Uber to pull up, and then we're off again.
Fair.
Same thing.
Wow.
So what happened to this guy's car? I don't know, but
So what was the scene when you left? They were just still going?
yeah.
Oh, right.
Like this traffic officer literally appeared from nowhere, like he'd been transported in, like beamed in. God knows where he'd been. He just appeared. It was like, and he was trying to sort it all out. It's like, oh my god, it was just absolute carnage. But it was the full week of that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, by the end of it, I was just gone. But
Trying to win a golf tournament over here.
yeah, but honestly, like the taxis were kind of like part of the fun. It was like part of the adventure and part of like what that kind of city is and how it all works. Like on one of the days we got a taxi back from the golf club. His taxi turns up. I don't know any of the car brands, by the way. There's a few which I recognise.
Yeah.
There's a BMW and a Volkswagen, and there's a few others around.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them I've never even heard of. And this one car turns up. It's like a red box. It's like an Uber XL because I want to get all the clubs in. And anytime an Uber XL turns up, it's just it's normal.
Yeah.
They just charge you more money. So it
You
comes.
sit with the clubs on your
Yeah.
lap, you'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll get them in.
But this one was actually relatively big. So I was like, all right, cool. Anyway, comes around the back. It just opens up the boot. just opens up the boot, and I'm just hit with like a wave of gas. I'm like, and there's this gas canister, a massive run your home on gas canister in the back of this boot.
Okay.
And you can just smell the gas. I'm like, what? But he's running his car off it. He's running his car off the gas, the natural gas. And he's just like looking at us, looking at there, like looking at our bags. He's like, right, okay, fine, whatever. So we stick all the clubs in. Like we set off, and all the windows are open. And I'm like, we're not closing these windows.
Yeah,
we're going to get asphyxiated if we close any of these things.
Good job we weren't in the car crashing that one.
But
good Lord.
But in all fairness, like this guy was like, you've been here for a few days. He's like, okay, I'll take it slowly going back to town. So he actually stuck in the inside lane on the motorway.
Right.
And like went about 50 miles an hour all the way back, which over there
probably
is...
worried about his bloody fuel in the back.
Which over there is nothing. And then he's like, okay, I'll be careful, relaxing ride. We're like, okay, great, thank you. Turn off the motorway, and then instantly within inches of smashing into somebody. It's like, oh, wow, this is it. This is crazy. But after a week, you're like, yeah,
you kind of
Just
get
becomes
acclimatized, don't you?
Yeah.
So now are you driving like that back when you're back in Manchester?
Yeah,
I have never ever in my life wanted to see like speed limits so much, and just to see just like a traffic jam, just cars queuing, just in an orderly manner.
No one beeping at each other.
It's one of the most beautiful scenes.
It's so human.
Like just driving without people constantly honking was a real pleasure when I got back.
Wow.
I just went out and I just drove around for like an hour, just around 30 miles an hour.
Just
to remind yourself.
I just started to go to like
Go around?
20's plenty zones.
Come around a couple of schools,
Just
some
stuck,
hospitals.
just stuck in that limit. I was like, oh, this is.
Do you know what I was really looking forward to? Speed bumps.
Yeah. Do you know the MC? Oh no, they had speed bumps over there.
Just boom, 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 boom.
The speed bumps over. They were like little walls, and they were unmarked. So unless your taxi driver was paying attention or knew what he was going, if you hit one, like your axle would go.
For God's sake.
Anyway, yeah, got back.
Good Lord.
So that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also did some fun stuff. You saw the pyramids. Did you get to go inside one?
Yeah.
That's sick.
You know what? The pyramids were. I think there's some places that you go that actually live up to kind of expectation, and they were.
They're on the list.
They were, because the day we went out to them, it was the Sunday. The Sunday we went home on the Monday, so we had a full day of sightseeing, and we went out on Sunday. Again, we were filming everything and doing stuff for the event, but it was non-golf. They were just like taxiing us around the city, and it was quite a hazy day. So you could only see the pyramids once you got to a certain distance away, but they just like loomed out of the haze, and. It sounds like a really stupid thing to say, and this sounds really obvious, but they're really, really big. Like, big. Like, you know that they're big, but when you see them, they're like, they are big.
Do you know what's mad? Is that they're called the Great Pyramids.
Well, only one of them is.
Only one of them.
You don't get called that unless you're big.
Only one of them is a Great Pyramid, and that's not the biggest one.
What?
Doesn't make any sense. But, hey, it's
Change
Egypt.
it.
Egypt also doesn't have the most pyramids either.
What?
Yeah. Sudan.
Sudan, is it?
Sudan has the most
Sudan
pyramids.
has the most pyramids
Yeah.
for a country. So
There
you go.
This is where all the conspiracy theorists fall down.
Yeah,
That's it.
because the aliens aren't building them in loads of different countries, right?
No, exactly. Or are they?
Oh.
So yeah, it was so random. When we got there, and I was like, wow, they're genuinely like very impressive. And we kind of went around, we saw the Sphinx. We didn't have as I would have loved to have just stayed there all day, because it's like an active archaeological site, I suppose, because they're finding new stuff all the time. But a lot of the places that they've dug or that were grave robbed in the 1800s, they're kind of they're to the side and they're kind of left. So you can just walk around, you can go in stuff.
What?
And it's kind of like, all right, I would have loved to just stay there all day and just explore.
Gone and everything.
It would have been an absolute dream.
Yeah, that is probably 1A on my list of places to go. Really.
Really?
I'm like Egyptology and that kind of thing really interests me. That it grabs me. I don't know what it. I mean, it's the mystical nature of it, I guess, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, and it's so long ago. Like, it's almost incomprehendibly like long ago that you go. Like, I could imagine like you go to the pyramids and be like, how, and like, how was this built all that time, and also how it's kept so well all the time. Like, Sam showed me the videos of you going down. It's crazy.
It was kind of weird because there's 2 pyramids you can go in. We went in of the 3, we were in the smallest one. You can't go into the middle one, which is Khufu's, and I think the Great Pyramid is the one you can also go into. But that one, you go upstairs.
I think that one's Khufu's.
Khufu's?
Like, they have names?
You not got a little doormat at the front or something.
Little mailbox outside. You kind of go up, and in that one, you walk up into the middle of the pyramid, and then like the burial chamber, like you drop kind of down the other side. The one that we went in just went down, so the pyramid was built on top of it. So I don't know if there's actually anything.
If it's
inside.
just solid.
That's so sick.
Because so you go straight down. Like, oh right, you're going straight down. Okay, fair enough.
And you go down.
But we're still going down.
Well, and also because it's buried underneath all of this, there's no real ventilation. So you get down there, it's like a sauna.
Yeah,
it's like a health retreat down there. And you
give it 20 years.
Yeah, and you can
ice bath.
Oh god,
David Lloyd Great Pyramid.
Imagine the subscription fee on that.
Yeah, it would not surprise me. Yeah, you go down the first bit. I mean, we've got the video so you can show it. You're not allowed to take videos in there, by the way, which is why we filmed it. So you go down the first bit, and then you go into like an antechamber where you can imagine there would have been a door to stop people going further. Go through that one, and then there's another bit that goes down. It's kind of like it. I just love it. I would love the thought of finding somewhere like that and being the first person in there to explore. It must be.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Must be incredible.
Good Lord.
Love to be an archaeologist. I'm going to do that when I grow up. Be an archaeologist.
When you grow up.
Yeah. And I'm older.
Speaking of old, you played the oldest golf course in Egypt while you were there.
I mean, we hit a few shots.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So TMG, who's like the development group who got us over there to kind of play in the event along with Asian Tour and kind of Mad Natty, they have just taken on Mina House. So Mina House is a hotel which is underneath the Great Pyramid. It's like at the far end of the course.
God's sake.
You could maybe, it's like a 390 yards away. Almost drivable, but it's uphill.
Marco Penge.
Yeah, Marco Penge could get there, but it's uphill. And it's right under this 9-hole course. Is the oldest course in Egypt, right underneath the pyramid. It's the kind of golf course where you would never, ever in a bazillion years get planning permission now.
Yeah, they'd be like, absolutely bloody not.
In the late 1800s, somebody slipped an envelope over the counter to the government and said, can we have this patch of land?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's nothing on it.
Yeah, we're not doing anything. So TMG have like bought this course now. It's been closed for a few years, and they're going to take it back to its original design. And I think, I want to say 2 years? Well, it's kind of a year and a bit, because obviously we're at the end of this year, so 2026, 2027. So it's going to be reopening. And it's just going to be one of the most incredible golf courses in the world, because you don't really have that many next to ancient wonders of the world, especially that are just there.
Yeah.
Like it just imposes over the whole thing. And when it's all done, it's going to be class. And it's such a mind-boggling place. And
it's going to be like the social video that people like when everyone plays the eighth Majlis, and like things like that. Everyone films that shot. There's going to be like a tee shot that's like the fifth, which is straight at
the one with the sphere in the background.
Exactly.
Vegas. That's the one that everyone's playing at the moment, isn't it? With the smiley face and
There's one hole there. It's like a par 3. I think it might be the 8th or something, but it's literally underneath the pyramid, and you kind of hit up. Oh man, it's kind of a crazy place.
Can we put it in the calendar for 26, 27 and be like, yeah, Jacob, add it to the calendar?
Well, they're really keen to kind of try and get us back there and to do more stuff, because kind of Egypt's a bit of with golf, it's quite a strange one, because it had a few courses. Obviously, big tourist destination, had the revolution, and then golf was seen as a bit of a kind of elitist sport. So it was pushed to the back burner. But now they're kind of like, well, we can use this as a big driver to get people here and to play. So they're opening courses on the coast. They've obviously got a few around Cairo, and they're really trying to push it. I think the guy behind the Egyptian Golf Federation, he's mega keen. So they're in a really good position because, like I said, they've got like a population of 100 million, and I think there's only a few thousand registered golfers.
Right. Okay. So there's loads of scope for.
So they're really
golf.
keen to push. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, we'll definitely be going back then.
Yeah, I think
That'd be great.
It's a cool spot,
Excellent.
and I'd love to go back to Egypt just to. I want to do like a Nile cruise to see all the sites.
Yeah.
Because like Cairo, one thing that is stupid, really. I didn't really think about it, but Cairo itself, I just think of that Egypt pyramids, that time period. But obviously, it's got this whole history. So like the middle of the town is like a walled town, and it's got multiple castles around and citadels, and it's got like the whole span of history from literally 3,000 years, well, more than that, 5,000 years ago, all the way up to kind of modern day. Just an absolute melting pot. And some of the views you got, oh man, some of the views you got were unbelievable. Like when we drove into Cairo at sunset, sun was going down, we just came over this little bridge, and it kind of overlooked the city, and you've got just like on one side of the road, stretching into distance, like about 100 mosques, all the minarets. And the way that the sun was coming down, the lighting, it was just like a different planet. I've never seen anything like it.
So sick.
And then, yeah, it was cool. Then into the middle of Cairo.
Mad.
Which was terrifying.
Lots of good stuff there. The 2 videos are about to come out, so you'll be able to see all of the stuff you haven't heard about, which is Pete actually playing the golf course, making the cut, trying his very best to work his way up the leaderboard on days 3 and 4. But yeah, we'll definitely, if it's as good as if you've made it sound, we definitely want to make sure we get to go back.
Oh, it's just a mind-boggling experience. It really was. And I think the question I got asked a lot was like, is it safe? Does it feel safe? And certainly when we went into the middle of Cairo, there's millions of people there. We were probably some of the only Westerners, me, Carly, and Sam. There was a few around, but it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. I think like it's such an old, point of view to think that countries like that and places like that aren't going to be safe. Everyone's so well traveled now, and all these places are so easily accessible that you can go to places like that and walk around and feel fine.
It's just a massive. I think because it's obviously
huge
it's a very
city as well.
old city as well. So like you got people from everywhere there, and it was cool.
Sick.
Just don't go on a bike ride.
Okay.
Don't cycle on this road.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Make sure you're in a car.
Yeah,
That's
don't
not
do
your
any
next
lane
challenge
splitting.
then.
Surround yourself with metal.
Yeah. Good
When
idea.
you're
You're going
driving.
to cycle the Nile, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, new fairway down.
Zorbing.
Yeah, it's all the Nile.
Just think about.
There we go.
I'm just thinking about a punny name for that challenge. Be with you in a second. Come back to me. Okay. So what you did achieve at this Asian Development Tour event that you played in and made the cut at was you secured yourself for the first time in I think 7 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You secured yourself a spot on the OWGR. Peter
Yes, I
Finch, your current world ranking is 4,160.
Wow.
That is bloody impressive. You're in the top 5,000 players on the planet.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. So there. Losers. Yeah, it was. I kind of had it in my head that if I played in this event, I would get back a world ranking anyway. But because I made the cut, I obviously got some points. So I don't fully understand the way that the world rankings work. I'm pretty sure no one does. Which is part of the allure.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, mystery amount of points
it's
achieved.
like, what am I going to get this time? But it's to do with strength of field, and the strength of field is measured on the amount of players in the field who have world ranking points. So if you're playing in a field where you have the top 50 players in the world, the amount of ranking points you get for playing in that event are going to be massively high.
Right.
The event that I played in, I think the best ranked player might have been about 500.
I think there might have been a 600 and something.
Something around that,
yeah.
So there's quite a few players
On the leaderboard,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
had like next to people's names, a couple
well,
of
they
people's
had.
rankings and stuff. Yeah,
So it had quite a lot of people like in and around those kind of numbers and then higher. And that gave the Egyptian Open like a world ranking points score.
Yeah.
So because I made the cut, I got a certain amount of points. I think it was like 0.83, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Again, don't really know how it works. And that boosted me to the 4,160th player in the world. Someone's got to be there.
yeah, and it's you.
It's me.
Now, the question that we got beforehand when we spoke about this last week was, where were you on the rankings before this event? Now, what we worked out was that if you don't play a qualifying event for 2 years, they take you off the list completely.
Yeah.
So the reason that you weren't, like your previous high was like 3,000.
1,000.
Yeah, you were
744th.
Right, okay. So he was inside the top, this guy, inside the top 1,800.
Yeah.
But because you hadn't played a qualifying world ranking points event for more than 2 years.
2018 was the last time you did one.
Yeah. So you dropped off the list completely. So you're now back in the list. You're further down than you were before. The only way is up.
I think certainly from when because the way I got into the top 2,000, if you want to look at it like that, I played some Euro Pro events, which would have been the 3rd ranked tour underneath the European Tour.
So European Tour, Challenge Tour, Euro Pro.
Euro Pro is no longer going anymore, but I played in 2 or 3 events.
You played in 3 events.
3 events.
I've got them here.
Jacob's got them. Go on,
I've
hit
got
us.
them.
Let's have the finishes.
I missed the cut in all of them.
You did. That's what I was just going to say. It's quite incredible that you missed the cut 3 times and got up to 1,800 and whatever you did. You played in the Prem Group Irish Masters,
Tulfaris.
the Cobra Puma Golf Championship.
Not sure.
Not feeling that one. And the Clipper Logistics Championship.
I'm not sure. I think one was at Hawkston Park and the other was at another golf course, which I will definitely remember because I cherish the moment.
It's a fond memory.
I can't remember.
So you missed the cut at all 3 of those before.
Oh, yeah.
And you've come back, 7, 8 years later and made the cut of your first one.
I mean, I'm a better player now than I was.
You're much better.
Than I was back
You're
then.
much better at golf now.
And this is a higher level event than they were as well.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a weird one where it's a really nice thing to talk about and it's a nice thing to have, but it just depends how much kind of want to lean into it and how much actually want to try and do with it.
Yeah, so your current ranking is like around the 4,000 mark. How high up the leaderboard do you think you can get?
I think if we game the system a little bit, I reckon I could get around the top 1,000. I think we could get to the top 1,000.
Let's do it.
It obviously would take a hell of a lot of work, but with the ranking system, certainly when you start to get above 1,000, the amount of points that you need to move up it's not a great deal. There's a lot of players there, but a lot of these players aren't kind of currently playing in events, or the events that they're playing in, again, are pretty small world ranking point based. So it only takes a good few finishes to start rocketing you up the rankings. I think it's the same as anything. It's like golf handicap. Like if you're a 40 golf handicap, it actually doesn't take a lot of improvement to drop from 40 to 30, say.
Yeah.
But once you start to get lower, it gets harder and harder.
Yeah.
And I think that's a rough approximation of how the world rankings work.
Yeah, you
as well.
chuck in a couple of good rounds and you'll jump like
Exactly.
500 or something.
Yeah.
Slots.
So I think we could game it a little bit.
That also would also then place you above so many golfers that when you look at it as like a picture, I think you're now 2,000 places behind Tiger Woods now.
Yeah,
he's like 2,100 and something. I mean, I just thought I'll be interesting to see like the fields or the things that the last one you played in, which was that Irish one in 2018, had I imagine very young, very up and coming Marco Penge.
No,
he played in it.
No way.
He finished T13, and you also missed the cut alongside a certain Richard Mansell.
Nice.
Good Lord.
There's a lot of to us names of, like your Sam Forgans and Ryan O'Neills and all those kind of guys.
The people whose names are on all of those
There's
leaderboards.
a lot of that. There was one that was in the Irish one. There was one in the where is it? There was a guy here that I thought, oh no, that is amazing that you were playing in the field at the same time as him, but I can't remember who it was now. I'll have to go through it again. But it's just that basically what I'm saying is that Marco Penge played in it about 8 in 2018. So give it 6 years and you'll be
in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, okay, easy. Because I think with this, so the way we got into the Asian Development Tour event, it was a sponsors invite. So it's a tricky one because with sponsors invites, and I've always kind of thought this, that you're seeing it more and more. So it started a couple of years ago with the Bryan Bros when they went to the Butterfield Bermuda Championship, which is a full-on PGA Tour event. And that event used their sponsors invites to get the Bryan Bros over to play. So they thought, well, let's use these spots to get people who would give more eyeballs to the event. So sponsors invites, what they generally are used for is to try and secure a golfer who's going to get eyeballs. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Or they are a sponsored player by the sponsors.
Got you.
So if MasterCard sponsor event and Justin Rose isn't in that event,
You'd be pretty surprised.
they'll be like, right, well, Justin Rose, MasterCard player, you will get one of our sponsors' advice, that kind of thing. So I don't really have an issue with tournaments using sponsors' invites to get people into play who they think we're going to promote the level of the event, the kind of get more eyeballs on it, the visibility. So I think there might be a way that we could try and leverage our reach to try and get in a few of these events.
Okay, so if you're if you run a OWGR points qualifying tour event and you want more eyeballs, we currently have command of, I think, just over 1 million, maybe 2 million eyeballs across everywhere.
You don't know who's watching this and how deeply they're going to go. So let's go 6 million.
6 million eyeballs.
This
So
one.
if you run a tour which could get Peter Finch some world ranking points, please get in touch, because we would love to have him be sponsored, invited to your tour and to promote your event for you.
I think we were chatting about this before and about like a potential series we could do around it. We need to, obviously we're having to sit down next few weeks to kind of go through all this. But the tours that you can get world ranking points off at the moment, the ANC Tour, which I don't actually know, ACN Tour, the China Tour, which is in China. You've got the KPGA, which is the Korean Pro Golf Associations of Korea, Australasia, the PGA Tour, All Thailand, the Clutch Tour, which is UK based, MENA Tour, which is Middle East based, which this MENA Tour is back now. So it went away for a few years. But the courses they play and the time of year that they play, that is
Ideal.
That's
a good one.
The Pro Golf Tour.
The most generic name for a tour on the planet.
Hey.
I know nothing about the Pro Golf Tour, but I imagine it does exactly what it says on the tin there.
Yeah.
The Alps Tour, which I think would be pretty
That one sounds very camera friendly.
pretty cool. The DP World Tour,
Never heard of it.
which
It's an up-and-comer.
is one. The Nordic Golf League, which I think sounds great. The Betway Big Easy Tour, and I think that's underneath the Sunshine Tour, which also gets that kind of fits along that line of PGA, DP, Asian, Sunshine.
Right,
and then
got you.
underneath.
Yeah.
I think. And then obviously Asian Development Tour, which we played in, the Mexicana, Gia de Golf, the PGA Tour Americas, which I know a lot of like future PGA Tour stars, they go to play in that. Sunshine Tour, the Asian Tour, the Japan Golf Tour. Not sure what this one is. Which one's this one?
FGA? Does that say FGA?
I don't know. We'll come back to that one.
Oh, Taiwan.
Taiwan.
So the Taiwan Tour.
Taiwan Tour.
Love that.
And then you got the Tartan Tour, which is Scotland based. The Hotel Plan Tour, which is Challenge Tour, Corn Ferry Tour, PGA Tour, and then the PGTI, the Professional Golf Tour of India.
It's a lot of Asian based.
Yeah.
A lot going on over there.
Yeah. So
How many of those can we tick off in a calendar year?
So it's kind of one of those, because with these as well, you can go to I think all of those tours have Q schools. Because I know like the Clutch Tour, don't know about the MENA Tour, Alps Tour I think has one. The Nordic Golf League, you'd imagine having one. You'd imagine some of those tours. I think like the Nordic League, the Alps Tour, I know, Clutch have like a really good standard.
Yeah.
Because that's where what you'll tend to find is like the best young players from Sweden, Denmark, or the rest of it, the Scandinavian countries, they will play the Nordic Golf League.
Yeah.
You'll probably find players obviously going to the college in the States who might bypass it, but if you're a young golfer in that area, that's what you're going to play on. And we all know that Scandinavia produces some amazing golfers. Alps Tour tends to get really strong European fields. Obviously, the Asian Tour we know. The Asian Tour is a little bit different because it travels around a lot now. But like the PGA Tour of Australasia, like
Yes, please.
it's going to be unbelievable.
That would be so
the
good.
standard on that's going to be fantastic. So it depends if we can do it, depends how we can do it, and it depends how we can leverage the best kind of outcome for an event that invites us and the content that we can make. Because the advantage that we have on these tours is we can actually film.
Yeah.
Because they want the exposure. So as soon as we start to go higher than that, Challenge Tour, Corn Ferry,
DP
if we got an invite into that, that's almost like
All good. Keep going.
new version of 4K downloaders.
Yeah, you need to re-download the 4K downloader.
Yeah, if we got into those kind of fields and got an invite, that's the kind of thing where you say, well, actually, thank you, but
Is it useful for us because we can't film it?
yeah, it's a tricky one, because out of all of this as well, and this is something that we need to bear in mind, and you guys watching, listening, if we do a series like this and we try and do this a little bit more, it's very much just based on the goal of getting in the top 1,000. I don't want to be, and I frankly will not have the ability or energy to be a tour pro. So
Yeah.
it's not about that. It's about like treating individual
Yeah.
events
To game the system to get you as high as
to
possible.
try and get into the World Top 1,000. Yeah. So it's not about being a tour pro. It's like playing in some tour events to see if we can make it work.
Do you think you're the highest ranked influencer now?
No way.
Well, I mean, Wes is going to be ahead of you.
Yeah.
way.
Luke Kwan.
I
Luke
think
Kwan.
because like the guys
Do you
who play,
count Wes? This is the question. Do you count him?
I
Doesn't have a PGA Tour card anymore.
I think the thing is that I don't think you count Bryson. Like Bryson is a professional golfer, tour pro who does YouTube.
Yeah, same as Fleetwood. Like that's
Fleetwood. Yeah, like these guys you cannot count as kind of YouTubers first.
Where's you kind of can now?
Wes, I think you probably can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Luke definitely.
Yeah, Luke, you can. I think.
Does
Sean-
Brad Dolke have?
I think
Ooh,
Brad.
I don't think he will have played any qualifying events.
I
in the
think
last
Brad
couple of years.
would have at some point. I think Sean would have at some point.
I feel like the line is someone like Nick Voke.
2,460.
Oh,
Brad
really?
Dolke.
Oh, right. So he's still quite high up.
If that's the right Brad Dolke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Walsh.
Yeah, like Nick Voke is like
4,801.
I'm
got
better
him.
than Sean.
Yeah.
First person ticked off the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what Brad's like. Yeah, because that's interesting. What
highest.
he's, well, also what he's done to get him the points. Well, his best was 1,685th. So did you? No, he just had you beat.
Yeah, he just had you by like 100.
The last one he played that counted was in 2020, which was the classic at Callaway Gardens. Cool. This is the most insane list. The classic at Callaway Gardens, Evans Scholars Invitational, Masters Tournament, followed by US Open,
Okay.
Straight in there.
and then
Yeah.
Valero Texas Open.
Yeah, so he's played in some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is going way back, so I just feel like you want to know this information. Hawkstone Golf Club was where you played the Cobra Puma
Hawkstone,
championship,
yeah.
and you missed the cut with Trey Niven. So there you go.
Oh, Trey. We love Trey.
Yeah.
He's a good egg.
Yeah.
Where was the Clipper Logistics?
Oh, that's a good question. I will find that for you now.
So yeah, it'll be another 51 minutes until he finds that out.
So yeah, I think we'll have a look at this because we're just formulating the ideas around kind of series for next year, and this could be one of them. It obviously fits into Quest for the Open.
Opens coming soon. So the question about the world rankings is interesting. Like Scottish Scheffler's obviously world number one right now. The question is, are the world rankings actually accurate? Because, we're going to get into talking about LIV's 72-hole change that they've just made, which obviously, one of the things that has been against them is that they only played 54 holes and that there wasn't a cut. So the OWGR were like, listen, we can't give you points because you don't qualify. And there's no way to get into your tournament as a outsider. So we can't really give you the points. You don't qualify. So this step of them taking it to 72 holes is obviously, from the outside view, a step towards making it possible for them to get points. How it previously have worked, like before OWGR existed in 1986, it was all based on public opinion. So like, who do we think is the best? Jack Nicklaus would be on the list. He, played his career kind of was coming to an end, and as this, the points system came in, then the point system comes in, and then the LIV split, and then the statistics at Data Golf. So we thought it'd be very interesting to do, which we're going to do next week, a history of world number one golfers and what got them there and who usurped them. And obviously we'll talk about all the big names during that episode, but it's very interesting to see the kind of timeline of what has affected it.
Because it's still a relatively recent thing, isn't it? It's like, what, the 80s?
86.
86.
Yeah.
Year I was born. Coincidence?
Well, easy. We better get some sort of...
He's going to go to 1774 at some point.
He's going to be propping this thing up for a while. So it's an interesting one. I kind of like, in a way, the idea of having people are entering into tournaments all over the world, and you've got Jeff winning over in Arkansas, you got Bob winning over in France, you got Dimitri winning down in Australia.
He's bloody good, that guy.
And it's kind of like a question of, I think Dimitri would beat Jeff, and not having a ranking is like a prize fight thing, isn't it? But there's no way that golf in its current format can function without official world golf rankings, as far as people getting into events.
Yeah,
it just wouldn't be possible. I think with LIV, the whole LIV thing it's an odd one, just because from the very outset, the whole name of the tour is Roman numerals for 54, which is based on number of players, but is also based on 54 hole events, 3-round events. So now it's going to 72 holes. It's still going to be LIV Golf. There's obviously a discrepancy there. Now, the naming of something in many respects, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just a name. It's just a name. And quite frankly, you may have noticed, we don't really use Roman numerals anymore. It's not going to affect anybody in their real life. But it just feels like, again, it's a discrepancy of this tour trying to figure out a way to be relevant, trying to figure out a way to work. I don't particularly think this is going to make much of a difference, to be honest.
To the product or to people caring about it?
A bit of both, really. Yeah. A bit of both. And I think one of the reasons why LIV was not included, and we think we understand that this is about trying to get world ranking points, because LIV events do not currently have world ranking points. But a bit of that was to do with not having a cut as well, and being a closed golf tour, like an invite-only golf tour in some respects. That is changing, and they are trying to work in relegations and all the rest of it. But realistically, it's a closed tour without cut. And moving it to 72 holes, if they don't have a cut, I don't know if they would still even qualify for world ranking points.
Tricky, innit? Because I suppose with the Signature Series stuff now, that gets it anyway, and that's not cut.
Exactly.
So they've done the one thing that probably now the committee will come back and say, well, yeah, we can't really argue against it, especially say if they're going to give them to the thingy.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a weird one to me. This felt like the first sort of like, it felt like the first move from LIV that was kind of like not them making the kind of strides or trying to kind of push things and like reject the system kind of thing, like the whole thing of bringing this LIV event and all, you know, making it different and all that kind of stuff. And then this is the first thing they've really done that's like, oh, we'll come back to the classic professional golf game.
It's the first time they've fallen in line a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like they've not given up, but they've, you know, this is the first sort of punch they've taken a little bit, but like you say, in a sense to try and get world ranking points. It'll be interesting to know what the players think, because, you know, when signing their names on those dotted lines and being told, oh, well, you only have to play for 3 days, so you're going to get so much more time out of your schedule, and now you've got to spend an extra day doing stuff.
I mean, I don't really think. I honestly don't.
And you might get cut.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You might not make it today 3 and 4.
I'm sure they'll still get their money. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But it's more of a. So with the playing less golf, it's not. It has worked out a little bit more like that, but also, like, if you have a look at the Asian Tour events and European Tour events, where LIV golfers can still have access, it's not like these players aren't taking on the extra rounds. It's not like they're not playing in events when they can, when they want to. So, for me, playing less golf. Come on, like let's be completely honest about this. Players didn't move to LIV Golf because they were playing less. They moved to LIV Golf because they were paid a massive amount of money.
Yeah,
and that's the reason why they went. Like, we don't need to pretend at this point, do we?
I don't think so.
Unless you're Cameron Smith, I'm pretty sure he decided that he was like, I've won the Open now. Kind of sick of it.
No, he won the Open and he added extra money to his fee. That's why he went.
I thought that, like, because he really has fallen off. He's one of the ones who you're like, like playing less golf hasn't helped you.
This is the argument as far as like switching to a 72-hole format, where it is now in line with all of the other major golf tours, all of the other major events. So, you know, you are playing the same type of game, the same type of format that everyone else is playing. You have the same opportunity to play in events. You know, there's no reason why you can't, again, ascend the world rankings if they get world ranking points. And, you know, be considered. Because the problem that LIV have, from a marketing standpoint, I suppose, is come watch LIV. We have some of the best players in the world. They're not ranked like that. Yeah. Like, but
we say they're the best players in the world.
We say they are, and you know that Bryson is one of the best players in the world, but he is currently being outstripped and outranked by, you know, hundreds of other golfers, right? Well, not so much Bryson actually, but you get what I mean. The kind of vibe of that. So for them, I think it's a way of legitimizing the players again, to say, you know, Dustin Johnson is still a great player. Yeah. You know, Cam Smith, he has fallen off, but will he get back? Yeah, he is still a great player. So
I wonder if some of the players maybe fought for it a little bit as well, because I can imagine like people like Tyrrell and Rahm and again Bryson, who are doing their very best to, outside of the LIV schedule, go and play in DP World Tour events, go and play in, you know, other, you know, tours, and to get enough points to qualify for things like the Ryder Cup, to, you know, people who are trying to get into the Masters who need just enough of a ranking to get themselves inside the list. Like, those players could have said, listen, I feel like when I get to day 4 on those events, I'm starting to struggle because I just have not practiced it. So can we go to 4 days again, so that when I go and play on those other events that, you know, are outside of my schedule, I'm prepared. You know, the people that we had a particularly, you know, we didn't have a very good year of LIV golfers challenging for majors this year.
No,
we had the expectations that Rahm and Bryson and even people like
Neiman.
Neiman coming in and being like, oh, these guys are going to absolutely dominate this year, because first of all, they're all playing really, really well on LIV, and second of all, we don't get to see them, and, you know, we don't really know what we're going to get. And then none of them challenged for the entire year. So I wonder if they've said, get us ready.
Well, I think maybe that's part of the issue there, where you said, we've not seen them. I think this year they were on ITV and here in the UK, I think Fox in the US. You had this year more than any, you had access to watch. You could see this, and it still didn't really attract. I don't know the numbers here, but I don't think there's any doubt that the numbers aren't anywhere near as high as LIV would want them to be. They're kind of stagnant at the moment. But also, I don't know anyone personally, and obviously we are in golf, we know a lot of people in golf, who watch LIV.
Yeah, I don't.
They're just not engaged. And I don't really see how just adding an extra round to a product which isn't engaging people will warrant it. Unless cause the only reason for having 72 holes is that after 2 rounds, there's a cut. Now, if they're not going to have a cut, and it's just going to be more of the same, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
They might as well go the other way. Just make it 36.
Is there like an element, is it kind of maybe it legitimizes it a bit more so people might have more interest? Is it kind of just to flip it the other, just to think of people might look at it and go, because it's getting world ranking points, we don't know for sure yet, but because it is sort of more in line with the game that we know before it kind of broke away and created this new product. Maybe that does bring the more traditional golfing fan back across, because it just as a devil's advocate here.
Yeah, the other thing I'm thinking is whether that 4th day means they can sell more tickets.
Yeah,
and they can sell more merch, and they can sell more concessions.
My also thing is with what they've gone for, because they're obviously saying still they're going to keep with the shotgun start and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The teams,
if they continue with all that kind of thing, 4 days of that, I don't know if that's I guess it's just another thing of just...
So, it's just more of the same.
I can't wait for them. They're going to come up. It's going to be, the cut's going to be like the drop zone. Or
oh my God,
I think with it, I mean, obviously there's no guarantee that they will get world ranking points.
Yeah.
Which is something, if they don't, then it's almost like, well, why are they doing this? I can't imagine they've done this if somebody at the official World Golf Rankings haven't told them this will be a key to getting those points.
Yeah, this is the first step you need to make.
I can't understand how it wouldn't be like that.
Which makes Rory's comments quite strange, because he seemed to think that this wasn't the move they needed to make to get world ranking points.
No,
which you think he would be finger on the pulse with this, he would know, right, that's what they needed to do.
It depends on, I think it just depends on cut. Cut's a big factor in this, because the PGA Tour and European Tour, when they have no cut events, they can get away with it a little bit more, because they can point and say, well, literally throughout the season,
we are cutting.
We're cutting all the time. These are a specialized case.
Yeah.
So I think they can get away with it a bit more. And obviously they were in a position of strength pre-LIV around world ranking points.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how this makes a huge difference unless there is that cut. And
the cut and the open, the qualifying for it, if you can play your way into it, I think that also puts you in a better position for world ranking.
If they don't get the world ranking points, this is a really weird move.
Yeah, it is. It is strange, isn't it?
And again, this is purely observational and kind of from a limited sample size. Scott O'Neill, who's the LIV chief golfer, he said, the move to 72 holes marks a pivotal new chapter for LIV Golf that strengthens our league, challenges our elite field of players, and delivers more of the world-class golf, energy, innovation, and access that our global audience wants. Now, I've not heard anybody, even people who like LIV, say, I want another 18 holes.
Yeah.
I've not heard that.
Yeah.
So that, I don't think that really makes a lot of sense.
His idea of a global audience is the guys on the board at LIV.
Yeah.
But I mean, admittedly, from what, like I said, the viewing experience of LIV is not jarring, but it is odd with the shotgun start and not having the traditional format of players coming down the last and being decided. Obviously, it does happen down the last at some point. But also, the product itself, it hasn't attracted the viewers that LIV would want. That's clear. And I don't think this is going to make too much of a difference. From what people have said who've gone to the events, the people who've gone to the events has been overwhelmingly positive as far as the fan experience of going. But to legitimize the tour further, like they need people actually watching who aren't there as well. So.
Yeah. I mean, watching live golf in the first place, it wasn't hard to get better from that because it's not the best experience in the world. Especially when you, like say, if you go to some of these events and you're stood on the same tee box for 3 hours and you only see certain people and you might only see John Rahm hit one golf shot all day. And whereas with this, obviously you can see everyone come through and you know where everyone's going to be and move around a lot easier, and it's probably a bit more accessible. And like I say, they try and hype it up with the music and all that kind of thing. So I can definitely understand from that perspective how they have made strides in that regard in making it a better viewing spectacle for on the ground, boots on the ground. But this doesn't do much for really the TV ratings, which is where you're going to get your big numbers from. It's not going to push the needle in any way.
And I'll just do a very quick test here.
Sure.
Okay. Do a very, very quick test. And we're going to delve into this like a psychology experiment live on a podcast. So
can you list your hypothesis, please?
So I will do after I ask the question.
Okay.
So this is the schedule for the PJ Tour for next year. Okay. So I won't read them all out, but we start in Hawaii on January the 15th. Okay.
Beautiful. Lovely.
Now, I'm going to go down here and you just tell me what the first event is here that you're actually going to sit down and watch.
Okay.
Okay. So just have a look down here. So we've got the Sony Open in Hawaii.
Probably not.
The American Express, La Quinta.
Probably not.
The Farms Insurance Open at Torrey.
Maybe just to see the golf course.
The WM Phoenix Open.
Yeah.
I'd switch. That's the first one I'll be like, I would actually switch on and watch. All of these is very dependent if someone at the top of the leaderboard is doing well.
Yeah, I'll watch on day
But
3 and 4.
I am not saying I need to
Fleetwood's at the
sit
top.
down to watch the Farmers Insurance.
Okay.
With the Waste Management Phoenix Open, I would actually go, right, I'll watch this.
Why would you watch that one?
Because of the
Stadium,
17th
yeah,
and because 16th, and because I think that's the first time. Well, it depends because it was a signature, so the field was good.
Yeah.
That was kind of the first time the field was good. It's not anymore.
Yeah.
So actually, I might sway away from it because it might not be as strong.
Okay.
I'd watch Pebble.
AT&T Pebble.
Yeah.
Would you watch the Genesis?
Probably because the field will be strong and we didn't get Riv last year, so I'd probably be a little bit more like to watch it. But
the thing with this is and LIV obviously is still in its infancy, but it does not help itself because I probably, unless there's someone at the top of the leaderboard I particularly want to watch, probably won't watch the Sony. The American Express oddly has a few good players there at the start of the year. Sepp won it last year, but Farmers is the first one I'm probably going to watch just because of
Torrey.
It's at Torrey.
Because of the golf course. Yeah.
Waste Minutes at Phoenix, you will watch because of the stadium and the atmosphere, and just to kind of see what happens.
And also because I will watch them even more if we have seen you play the course.
And if I've been, I know what's going on.
AT&T, you're going to watch that because it's a Pebble.
Yeah. And there's celebrities playing in it, which is
It's a signature event
And a
as well.
signature event, yeah.
Genesis at Riv. So you have events here which are actually going to draw you in because of the interest in the fields and the interest in the course. And I think LIV have missed a bit of an opportunity, certainly last year, with not having courses that are engaging.
Yeah.
Like, you have a chance with LIV to go to courses that you don't normally see.
Yeah.
And to, invest, because obviously they've got massively deep pockets, invest some of that money into some unbelievable golf courses. Like, I'm probably not going to watch a LIV event at Orange County National in Florida in the nicest possible way.
Yeah.
I would watch a LIV event at Ballybunion.
Yeah.
Boonie
We've made this point
Belly
before,
boonie,
like with the Irish Open. I mean, obviously with I was going to say Ballybunion again. Ballybunion, like the Irish Open is a perfect prime example of how picking a golf course that people want to watch because of how many good golf courses there are in that country will get more people along. I mean, I always think, so LIV golf schedule for next year.
Yeah.
Start off at Riyadh Golf Club. Okay.
cool.
Fine. Then we go to the Grange Golf Club in Australia.
Sure, it's nice, but
Like Australia.
There's so many courses they could go to
think
Australia.
of the places you could have booked.
Then Hong Kong Golf Club.
Okay, sounds like one on the sim.
It would be the Hong Kong Golf Club is something that I would actually like to go play, but it's not enough to actually entice me to watch.
Sentosa Golf Club.
Never heard of it.
It's Singapore.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
The
I would
club,
like to go there.
The club at Stein City in South Africa. Don't know. Club de Golf Capultepec, Mexico.
Oh, that's the one at Elevation.
Yeah.
That's actually the first one that I might be interested in.
Just for the
because
fact of how
The
far
course
they...
is weird and cool,
Yeah, it's weird and cool, and it's at massive elevation.
and no one's ever seen it.
So you see ridiculous. Oh no, it used to be on PGA Tour.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, but the elevation of it is so high. So you get Bryson around there, and he's just in at like 400 yards. So yeah, you're like, all right, I'll watch you about that.
Yeah, the percentage flight is good.
Trump National DC. Whatever.
Don't know.
Valderrama.
Okay,
We've got one.
Perfect choice.
Right,
got one.
okay, can watch that. Yeah.
Bayou Oaks.
That sounds like a sim course.
Yeah.
That
Bayou Oaks at City Park.
doesn't sound real.
JCB Golf Club.
Yeah.
And the club at Chatham Hills.
Cool.
Yeah.
Club
Yeah.
at Chatham Hill.
Yeah. In the States.
Okay. So that's the thing. I mean,
Like two. There's two.
Because I think when you get golf courses, and the PGA Tour has the advantage here of having history at a lot of these venues. So the Arnold Palmer is going to be at Bay Hill. That's kind of synonymous.
Yeah.
Plays is obviously going to be TPC. So it has history with these courses, and I'm not saying it's like the Masters, but
I was going to say, where's the Masters going to be this year?
one thing you love about the Masters watching is the golf course.
Yeah.
Obviously, the golf course is an extreme example, like it's a very special place. But what Bayou Oaks?
Yeah, exactly.
Bayou Oaks,
Yeah.
What do you want to know about Bayou Oaks?
Like the only way I'm going to watch that is if in like the advertisement for the event, if LIV kind of pump it and say, this is Bayou Oaks, and it just happens to be one of the most incredible looking golf courses you've ever seen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just going to look at it just in case it's like...
They've got wild dire wolves on the
Yeah,
course.
because you can be like, well, wow, that's
Wow, that would be
pretty
sick,
cool.
yeah.
Well, that's sick.
I'll
yeah,
turn in for that.
That's amazing. But it does feel like LIV have an opportunity to push the boat out as far as where their courses are going to be. If they want to attract a bigger TV audience, and if they want to attract eyeballs from all over, and it's not, they have the money to be able to do it, but it seems like they'd rather invest that money into the players, which is perfectly understandable. But I don't think the fields are interesting enough to warrant tuning in.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It is still young and it is still in its infancy, but I just don't think it's quite grabbing people's attention. And the team aspect is not grabbing people's attention.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments down below. Let us know on social which courses you think LIV should go to. Which courses would you love to see more tournaments go to? And we'll get in touch with them and let them know and get them to pick them for you. If you are listening on a podcast provider, make sure you leave a 5-star review. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like the video. Make sure you click subscribe. Next week, we are going to be hitting you with the history of the world number one. And then we're kind of going into the Christmas period. So we're going to start thinking. We've got to start thinking about Christmas now. Do we do an end of the year awards like we have done? Do we do a Peter Finch Christmas spectacular? Do we sing Christmas carols? All of these things are... Did you hear us in the office earlier? We can definitely do it. So yes, get in the comments. Let us know what you'd like to see from the podcast for the next few weeks, because there's not going to be very much travel going on, is there? Oh, actually, there might be a little bit of travel.
Yeah, no, I think there
be a little bit.
I think there will be a little bit. There's still a little bit of a push towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Exciting. Let's go. I need to finish the Egypt video. And we will see you next week.
Okay. See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Normal end to the podcast.